Imagine a world without hunger, a world where sprawling, vibrant biospheres, glittering like emerald cities, stretch across once barren landscapes inside these massive, self-regulating domes. An agricultural marvel called the Midas Process is at work. This isn't your typical farming. It's a hyper-symbiotic dance between genetically engineered fungi and specialized plant life. From colossal, shimmering stalks, we harvest what looks and tastes exactly like premium cuts of meat. No animals involved, just pure, plant-based protein synthesis. Beside them, trees heavy with impossibly perfect fruit offer a constant, year-round bounty, and fields of golden grain sway in a gentle, artificially created breeze. Ready for harvest every single week, the Midas Process has achieved the impossible. It has permanently solved world hunger. The sheer efficiency is mind-boggling. These biospheres are almost entirely self-sufficient, recycling water, nutrients, and air with near-perfect efficiency. The secret lies in the mycelial network, a vast fungal web that acts as the biosphere's central nervous system. It connects every plant, every stalk, every root, intelligently distributing nutrients exactly where they're needed, when they're needed. It's a utopia built on ingenuity. Food is abundant, free, and accessible to every single person on the planet. The geopolitical landscape has transformed. Nations no longer fight over resources. Economies once centered on agriculture have pivoted to science, art, and exploration. Humanity, freed from the basic struggle for survival, has entered a golden age. We call it the uplift, a time of unprecedented peace and prosperity, all thanks to the miracle of the Midas Process. But every miracle has a price. Every utopia hides a secret. And the secret behind our perfect world is buried deep within the system, a quiet, constant hum beneath the symphony of life. The Midas Process is more than just genetics and biology. It's also about resonance. The scientists who created it discovered something extraordinary. The mycelial network, the brain of the biosphere, doesn't just respond to chemical signals. It responds to something far more human. To achieve its incredible efficiency, to regulate the flow of nutrients with such perfect precision, the network needs a specific kind of stimulation, a very specific frequency. It's a low-frequency signal, a gentle but persistent vibration that keeps the entire system in its optimal state. Without it, the symbiosis breaks down. The meat fails to form, the fruits rot on the vine, and the grain withers. The entire utopia collapses, and the source of this vital signal. That is the horror at the heart of our paradise. The frequency is derived from human pain. It's not intense, agonizing pain. That would be too chaotic, too disruptive for the delicate system. No, it's a specific kind of pain, chronic, low-level, and constant. The kind of persistent ache that settles deep in the bones, the dull throb of a migraine that never quite leaves, the phantom limb that always itches. It's the background noise of suffering. To feed the world, we must feed the machine, and the machine feeds on this specific wavelength of human discomfort. So, we built a network of facilities, disguised as advanced pain management clinics. People from all over the world, suffering from chronic conditions, come to these places seeking relief, and they find it. The clinics are state-of-the-art, offering treatments that numb their conscious suffering, allowing them to live relatively normal lives. But the pain isn't gone. It's just harvested. Sophisticated neural interfaces gently siphon off the raw pain signals from their nervous systems before their brains can fully process them. These signals are filtered, refined, and converted into the precise low-frequency waves needed by the Midas process. The patients feel relief, unaware that their underlying agony has become the essential ingredient for the world's feast. The world is fed, but its abundance is perpetually subsidized by a massive, unseen reservoir of controlled human suffering. We've built our perfect society on a foundation of pain. It's an ethical paradox of staggering proportions. Does the collective good, the complete eradication of hunger for billions, justify the exploitation of the suffering of a few million? These individuals in the clinics, they are the silent, unknowing patrons of our golden age. Their persistent ache is the secret spice in every meal, the hidden nutrient in every grain of rice. The system is designed to be humane, or at least, that's what we tell ourselves. The patients are given care. Their conscious pain is managed. It's a clean, sterile process. There's no screaming, no torture, just a quiet, continuous transfer of energy. But the knowledge of it is a poison. For those who know the truth, the engineers, the bioethicists, the high-level administrators, every meal is a bitter communion. Every bite of succulent, lab-grown steak is a reminder of the chronic ache of a stranger. Every sweet, juicy fruit taste of a phantom limb's itch. Think about the implications. We have created a system where human suffering is not just a tragedy to be alleviated, but a resource to be managed. A necessary component of our survival. The Midas process isn't just a technological marvel, it's a moral compromise of the highest order. We traded one form of suffering, the widespread agony of starvation, for another concentrated, hidden, and industrialized form of pain. And the most terrifying part, it works. It works perfectly. The world is peaceful. People are happy. Humanity is thriving. If you were presented with this choice, the Midas process, would you activate it? Would you agree that the constant, managed pain of a minority is an acceptable price for the health and happiness of all of humanity? There's no easy answer. We live in the world that said yes. We eat the fruits of that decision every single day. The Midas process gave us everything we ever dreamed of, but it also bound our prosperity to pain in a way we can never untangle. It turned human suffering into the very soil from which our utopia grows. And we, the unknowing beneficiaries, just keep harvesting, season after season. The question that haunts the few who know is this: are we living in a golden age, or are we just cannibals of a different sort, feasting on the pain of others? And what happens if the source ever runs dry? Thanks for watching. If this story made you think, consider subscribing for more deep dives into the worlds of science fiction. Let me know your thoughts on the Midas process in the comments below. Would you flip the switch